Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last final day of the Summit 2. And the last final day. It is.
Super epic.
Well, it is the culmination of a 4-day event.
Something else culminated this morning.
That's right.
Let's
that
go
was a
into
really
that.
good segue.
Well,
I woke
how's
up
it
this
going?
morning.
We had a good
This is a
story
bit of a
tomorrow.
story. I
Go
woke
ahead.
up this morning and for whatever reason, the first noise that I heard next to my hotel room, two people just going at it. It was fantastic. Best
Like
noise I've ever
punches?
heard. Oh, no.
Oh.
Going at it in another way, if you know what I'm saying.
Kicks.
I actually don't know.
You don't
have to
know?
Specify.
Do you want me to spell it out for you?
Yes,
Two people were copulating in the room next to me. Is that good
Ah.
enough for you?
I guess.
Okay. There was also a dog barking. I'm pretty sure it was in the hotel room with them. I don't know what was going on there. A lot of great noises happening. Me and Blaze, we thought it was a sign of things to come for today. Good stuff happening.
Hopefully, it wasn't a source of inspiration. for you
Well,
two.
I mean,
Yeah. You
Anyway.
and Blaze have some fun after that.
Well, we still have 1 hour until the show.
took my shower.
An hour?
Got
No,
it.
that was you were thinking.
You didn't take
He
a
needs an
bath.
hour?
Sean? What
No, I
else?
did take a bath. No, I'm sorry. Listen, I didn't have that kind of time, and I didn't have another person with me. You know.
You said you had Blaze.
No, well, listen. He was sleeping. He was doing his own thing. He was getting up, going back to sleep. I don't know what's going on with him. He'll be here soon, but
Next tub interview?
Right. Blaze mod.
Blaze Mod, the Obs interview. Yes.
Just
That'd be
two
good.
people staring at each other.
Let's just talk about camera control the entire time. Everyone will want to hear that.
Tell me about your camera control hotkey.
What do you want to know?
You told us about it
Do you
earlier.
smooth drag?
I,
If you know what I mean.
Oh, this guy. Sometimes, if I feel like it. If I'm feeling spicy, I'll smooth drag. If not, I'll use assisted camera because it's so much easier. And then I just take my hands off the keyboard and boom, I'm good to
Can you
go.
tell me how that works?
How does it work?
Or
You want to know how it
on
works?
this rant now? The assisted camera.
So pretty much there's a for any of you budding observers out there.
Like, would it help me in casting? Because I miss a lot of kills,
Yes.
bro. A lot.
Yes, it would help. It helps everybody, I think. It's pretty. I mean, it doesn't help you like not miss. Like if your camera's over here in the top left corner of the map and there's a kill down right bottom right, it's not going to be like, oh, there's a kill happening here.
Okay, so that's not going to help me.
No, I mean, you're probably still screwed.
I've
I
never
guess
seen
at
this
that point.
sort of emotion out of him.
I know, right?
I get very passionate about two things, Ben. One of them's obsing. What's the other one?
Swimming.
That's right. You're right on the money. Ben
Wow.
knows me. We're in.
Don't ever challenge him to a swimming match. He will crush
What
you.
if you're Toby?
He will crush
I will
Toby.
crush Toby.
You'll crush Toby.
I could crush Toby, I think.
We're going to have
Challenge
to have this
accepted. We
competition
have-
next TI, I think.
We have to have these.
You know
in
what
TI.
my swimming MMR is?
No, I don't
It's
know.
at least 5,500.
Holy shit, that's a good swimming MMR. Nice.
I believe you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Anyways, about observing. Let's talk about this for a second because I know you're very interested about this. Everyone's
actually
very
am.
interested.
Yes.
Shout out to Webboz. Secondly, you have assisted camera, which is just a toggle. Like you just turn it off and on, and it pretty much is like directed cam if you've ever used it in spectator mode, but for actually watching a game and observing it. And
But
Val
only
told
in
it-
like the general area around where you're already watching?
Yes. So you have a place where you can control the camera, and then like it just kind of tries to frame the best possible picture for that. But you have to end up like fighting the camera because it wants to like. There's a person on the
Fighting
top
the
end of the
camera.
camera, and then like there's a person on the bottom end of the camera. Like, there's two heroes, and it's just like, how do I find the best shot between these two distances? And you have to like pick and choose where to go. So it's kind of annoying.
Zoom out.
I mean, that's what I usually do.
I disable zoom.
Really?
I can't stand it.
Then assisted camera's not going to work out for you. You're better off just using.
I'm
the
just going to
regular-
continue to miss kills. It's fine.
I mean,
what
I
I'm
miss
known
kills
for,
anyway,
so.
so it's okay too, dude.
No, it's pretty bad.
It happens. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not very good. Anyways,
This
today
just got depressing all of a sudden.
Yeah.
we do have, however,
Thanks, Mout.
two best of 5 series today.
Do you like Mod or Mout?
What? Well, the way Period says it, it's so bad, man.
Mout.
I gotta blame him for that.
Where is Period?
He's asleep.
Nice. Anyways, two best of 5 todays, and this is gonna be some actually amazing Dota because we have EG versus Secret, which I think is gonna become a huge rivalry.
To be honest, I think coming into yesterday, people thought that was going to be the finals.
Yes, I think so too. And then Vici Gaming and Cloud9 kind of just threw that down the drain. So, but EG versus Secret is going to be our first best of 5 of the day, and this is really exciting. Even though it is for third place, I think that obviously Secret versus
Look who woke
EG
up.
at Starladder was really, really, really good. But
We're live. Period. Wake up.
dude.
It is 10 already.
Ten.
What time do you think it is? Yeah, 5 o'clock. That's the time.
So
Sorry, where were we? Period.
Yeah,
Screwed
period.
everything up as usual.
let's talk about EG versus Secret. I want to get some predictions on this series.
It's a pretty close match.
Mm.
Odds are like 55-45. It's very close to a coin flip.
I think a lot of people
In
don't want
favor
to see
of
this, but
Secret.
I think it goes 5 games, honestly. I mean, I think normally EG wouldn't care that much about a third place tiebreaker, but considering it's against Team Secret,
Yes.
they're going to try.
Yeah, I think
sure.
they were talking about that yesterday as well. PPD was talking about how he would just draft silly stuff if it was against like maybe like Vici, but I think if they were really intent on playing Secret, they were actually happy when they heard they were going to play Secret. So let's get some predictions. How many games and who wins, Ben?
Let's say Secret 3-2.
Okay, Bruno.
I say Secret 3-1 because Puppy, when you talk about Puppy and you ask him who the best drafter is, he says PPD just straight away.
Mhm.
And I think he studied EG more than any other team,
Yeah,
and he will know what they're coming with.
yeah.
3-2 Secret for me.
Really, nobody going for EG right
What
now.
about you?
I'd also say Secret 3-2 just because I don't.
Wow, American Betrayers. All of
I
you.
just don't think EG have practiced that much. I mean, they talk about how they play so many tournaments and they don't ever scrim, but I feel like that's the difference between like them and Cloud9 right now. Cloud9 just like plays all the time. You know, they play matchmaking, whereas like
They're nerds, man. They're nerds to the highest degree, and it's working out.
wins them Dota, man.
You know, I was talking to Aoi yesterday, and he was telling me if it wasn't for Eternal Envy, this team would be ass. And not because Eternal Envy is like, but I mean, he's really good, of course. But
Right.
it's not only because he's good, but because he's the guy that is just like pulling the team all the time. Let's practice. Let's do this. Let's do this. He has the work ethics of I don't know. I can't find a good metaphor.
An anime
Kobe
character.
Bryant, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's good.
Probably not the best, actually. 'cause
No, but
they're-
hey,
They're
whatever
a little
works.
bit better than Envy, but
Damn.
who's a hard... Steve Nash? No, I don't want to compare this. I like Steve Nash a lot.
What is that? What?
Nobody can be compared to Steve Nash.
It's, yeah,
Literally
okay.
nobody in the,
The
world.
work ethics of Tim Duncan.
Well, he's won championships though.
Yeah.
That is true.
Who's gotten second place a lot in the NBA?
Dwayne Wade.
LeBron.
I mean,
That is actually... And he does have a good work ethic. But
Yeah.
he's considered the best in the world.
Yeah.
It's not.
He's
Dwayne Wade.
good.
Dwayne Wade's like hobbled and injured all the time. Okay, let's just go.
we got it.
Yes.
That's the metaphor. That's the analogy we're going for, guys.
Fair
All
enough.
right. Well, that's going to be the first best of 5 of the day. Then our second best of 5, obviously, the big one, Vici Gaming going up against Cloud9. And this is going to be a really good series, obviously. And I think, as far as the storylines are concerned, this is definitely the best. Cloud9 going to the Grand Finals again after the Redemption vote, I think, is really, really cool. But now the key is, can they win? Can they actually get their first place finish here this year? Should be some interesting stuff. What do you think, Ben?
Who did Cloud9 lose to in the group stage? I forgot already.
Was it VG?
It was not.
They lost to Secret, didn't they?
I thought Cloud9 crushed
No,
Secret.
they beat Secret. Secret
Yeah.
beat Vici.
I'm pretty sure Cloud9 lost to Vici.
And Cloud9 probably lost to Vici. But,
Oh yeah, Cloud9 lost to Vici. That's right.
Yeah.
but then something happened and there was no three-way tie because someone... Oh, EG beat...
EGP VG.
Yeah, EG
Yeah.
beat Vici, yeah.
Okay, cool. That one is, I'd say, a little bit more lopsided. I would say like maybe 60-40 VG. Vici
Think
just showing a lot more depth, I would say, throughout. I mean, I guess Cloud9 had a better group stage record, but
Cloud9's been like disciplined, and that's not. I mean, talking about how much they
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
Go back 6 months, they weren't disciplined at all. And honestly, as bad as it sounds, like getting second place every single time, that's actually more impressive than anything any of these other teams have really done lately.
in terms
Well-
of like the top 4 teams, I'd say like Vici is performing as expected. Secret performed as expected. EG underperformed, and Cloud9 overperformed by,
Yes.
by a
Yes.
lot, which is really good for Cloud9.
Right.
I hope they can keep this up.
I was talking to, or I was listening in rather, I was adminning the EG versus Cloud9 game. I was in EG's room, and it was after that first game where they got obliterated, the second game as well, and they just like, this is not going to be the same type of series we've played against this team, because EG and Cloud9, they've played each other a hell of a lot.
Yep.
And for PPD to say that, saying like, these guys are different, that certainly shows how much Cloud9 have worked to get to where they are right now, and I think that's really important. So, predictions. Let's see what you guys think. What are you thinking, Ben?
I'll actually go with Cloud9 on this one. 3-2. My brain doesn't.
See, if
doesn't
Cloud9
agree.
wins, it's like 5 games. I feel like that's the only way.
Yeah.
Right.
Are your rares on Cloud9?
Depends on odds.
Okay.
Depends on. I think I myself included have underrated Cloud9 throughout this tournament.
I think that this is actually Cloud9 trying to beat themselves more than beating Vici Gaming because they're well able to actually beat Vici.
Yeah.
The problem that they have is that with all these second places, it's very easy if it gets to your head, if you get a really bad game or just like you start on a deficit. I don't think they can actually, or I think they will be affected and trying to come back might be much harder than for any other team. So it's all about keeping the momentum and getting that first game. If they do that, they can go to win, but if they lose, their motivation levels might be down.
So what's the prediction?
So Vici Gaming 3-2.
All right, I'm gonna say Vici 3-1. Second place lives on. Not that it's that bad of a thing, honestly.
Okay.
It's consistent.
Decent amount of money.
Yeah,
It's certainly
it's
not the
exactly
worst
the
thing.
same.
AUI was joking last night. He's like, I'm so happy to get second place again. This was like right before I went to bed last night. I'm like, why do you got to do that to yourself? Just
What about
put
you?
yourself Down.
Your prediction.
3-2 Cloud9. I'm going for it.
All right,
I
we got
believe
to
in
split here.
anime. I believe in him. I believe in anime today. So it should be an exciting series. And of course, we do have the viewing party guys today at 66 Sports Bar in Rancho Cucamonga. I would definitely go over there and check it out.
Cucamonga?
Cucamonga. I don't know how you say it. Dude. I'm not from California, okay? I'm not a
I
Californian.
have no idea either. It's okay. You got a
Cucamonga.
pass from me.
Dude,
Close
I live in a
Cucamonga?
place called Albany, New York, okay? Like, that's easy. I don't, like, what
That's
is...
not easy. People say Albany.
No, they don't.
Albany.
No, they definitely don't, dude. They definitely don't say that.
People that aren't from New York?
Do you say Albany?
No, I don't.
You say Albany.
I'm just saying, if you just looked at the word and you had no inkling of what
Albany.
it sounded
Can you get a hikey in Albany?
Maybe.
No, it's too depressing of a city. It's impossible. But, yeah, so head over there, 66 Sports Bar. What else we got going on? I guess just these games, and
Yep, just these games.
Just, there's nothing else.
that's it.
Prize ceremony.
That
At
might
the end.
happen. Interviews, other stuff.
People casting.
Yeah,
This might be a
casting.
really long day because it's starting later than yesterday, right?
Yes.
And it could go 10 games again.
It's like
Potentially.
an hour later or something, I think.
Yeah.
In comparison to yesterday, but we did have 2 5-game series. Although both of these games have the potential to go to 5 games. So
There were a lot of short games yesterday, though.
Yeah.
yeah. The
The
last
last game was a
especially
stomp, like
Yeah.
super fast.
20 minutes maybe. I think 22.
20.
That
25.
was so ugly. Ugh.
Do I hear the birds?
The birds are going. Are we in? We're ready to go, guys.
Wow.
So our first game, we finally did it. Secret and
Chirp, chirp.
Evil Geniuses are about to get underway, and well, it should be good. We're gonna jump into the draft in just a second, guys, and make sure you stick around. Boom! Look at this. Look at those logos. Production value. Shout out to the production guys back there. I've been with them for a while.
Everyone blame them when it goes poorly.
And shout out to I don't want to be wrong, but I think this overlay was done by McCormick.
Yes.
So shout out to McCormick as well.
McCormick for the win.
It's pretty good. He also loves to put all these like dust or snow or speckles everywhere. That's how I know it's him. It's kind of his trademark. If you look at everything he does, as things flying, it's like he likes bugs.
Great particle effects, basically.
So EG bans the Wisp, and yesterday we saw Vici Gaming saying, "Secret, pick the Wisp. I don't care." And Vici Gaming took very,
I
very
have a little
convincingly.
inside information on this. Since I was
Okay, please
adminning.
go ahead, share.
Secret will not pick Wisp the rest of the tournament, I don't think, based on their reaction.
Lol, wasted ban.
Yeah, I think it actually is.
Got him.
Don't tell EG, though.
Okay, I won't.
I think it's just. I mean, the chance that it could be picked up, they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And they just don't. They don't want to have to face up against the IO, but there's a good chance that the Elder Titan does get picked up either by Evil Geniuses or Secret, because we talk about this a lot. But the three characters that Secret, 2 heroes that they'll play: Brewmaster, Elder Titan, and IO. Although that might have been changing, since the last couple of games. But we'll see if they do grab the ET here. Ogre Magi for the Evil Geniuses. It is going to be the ET for No Tail, and then the Tide Order for Simba as well. So standard stuff coming out. No real surprises there.
I think the Wisp would be good for Secret versus EG. I don't think it's as good versus Vici because Vici like to group up a lot earlier than EG does, unless they're doing like their patented Jakiro, Venno, Lycan push. But in general, I think Wisp is better against teams that like to split up and play a little bit greedy, which EG does do a lot. They tend to leave Artesia off to his own devices.
To be fair, they did say yesterday that it was not working today, as in yesterday. So they could potentially want to pick it up again. But I know they've lost confidence a bit in the Wisp because they went 0-2.
Yeah, did you
with
see
the
those
Wisp.
2
Yep.
games? I mean, you were there watching them. I know. I think I was adminning the first game, and they just tore our No Tail's IO apart. I mean,
Yeah, it was
Black went
pretty
to
bad.
work with his anti.
Well, but okay, so I remember that first game. It was not only about the IO getting wrecked, but also how they gave Puppy a Doom that was super greedy.
Oh yeah.
Because it's okay if you have an IO and if you have another support that can rotate and help or just like do a trialing in general. Remember, something that we haven't seen in quite a while that PPD love to do was the Wisp Treant offensive Trilane with +1 carry, which is kind of equivalent, if you want to think about it, to the Necrolite Wisp kind of thing, where you have a lot of heal and the Wisp to spread it around. But the fact that they went for a Doom, and the Doom kind of tried to jungle, didn't do anything, that put the Wisp in such a weak position that Vici Gaming said, well, easy game.
Yeah, after game 2, they said, let's just pick 2 harder supports from now on. Let's not do the jungling. Although, I mean, they pick Enigma every now and then, so maybe that's not quite as greedy, though, I feel like. Because he gets into fights a little bit more often than a Doom. Doom is just like... It's not a great ganker. Once you're 6, you can start, I guess.
If you're jungling a Doom, you're not getting nearly as much farm as an Enigma would. Enigma just takes that jungler to go to work, especially if you don't block his camps. Like, just make Eidolon, you start going to town, you get free farm, and you're the most farmed hero on the map, probably, if you do it right. So.
Do you guys remember the draft from Game 5 against Terrorblade? I thought it was like one of the worst drafts I've seen.
Oh, the Venomancer at the end. That last pick was
like they had
so
no
confusing.
stuns. It was pretty
We were
weak.
watching that, and we were like scratching our heads, like, this is a support Venomancer. How is this actually working out for Secret? And they just got destroyed with it. And like, I can understand having plague wards, but the Terrorblade would just eat those apart. And I don't know. It's kind of silly to me. And hopefully they go for something a bit more standard in terms of the supports. But right now, the Terrorblade was picked up for Evil Geniuses, so they're going to be the ones running that. And I know RTZ personally loves playing that hero, that monster hero.
Did you admin for Secret at all this tournament?
I didn't know.
It's actually pretty interesting. In the draft phase, it's No Tail and Puppy. That's who's drafting.
It's just those two
Everybody
guys?
else is like occasionally they'll put in a word, but it's them two primarily.
Interesting.
It's different. It's completely different for Evil Geniuses. E.g., they pretty much everybody's talking.
It's like the same. Yeah. Okay.
It's also like crazily different how it's like Fear is so much the polar opposite of Mason, because I listened to Mason last year when he was there, and Mason would he would input like a word or two, but he would never have that big of an influence on the draft, or he would just be very quiet about it.
Well, they would only give him Weaver, right?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Or Murano.
Miranda,
Storm
yeah.
occasionally, I think too, every now and then. But Fear is definitely a driving factor behind this team, and he has to be.
Yeah.
I think the first phase bans are pretty interesting too. Cloud9 did Lycan and TB every single game that they played versus Evil Geniuses. And Team Secret, they opt to ban out the Panda instead. I would say that Panda, we saw some vulnerabilities yesterday. He got destroyed in the mid lane.
Oh, the Quaswex Invoker.
Yeah, well, both teams, I guess, have a player. S4's, and he's not well known for his Invoker. Fear's Invoker is pretty good, so I don't actually know whether or not they plan on getting Brute if they're end up being first pick. And Evil Genius is banning out LCZ too. When I was casting with Fear, he was just talking smack about Tresden.
Yeah.
I was like, that hero has some use. Come on now. He's like,
No,
the hero is
trash.
terrible
When
at everything.
They played against Bone 7, they're like, oh, actually, this might be a problem. We might have to actually deal with this occasionally. Because I think Bone 7 did a really good job that series of just destroying them occasionally. Press the attack, I think, stopped like 3 or 4 ganks in that first game alone.
I think that LC is very good against Broodmother, Phantom Lancer. That's it. No, Phantom Lancer isn't even in CM.
What do you mean that's it?
Well, no, that's it. But like for them, in the perspective of
I
like,
see.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're very all or nothing kind of deal. This draft is already better against Terrorblade than yesterday.
yeah.
Well,
Just 'cause they have
ET's
some AoE.
really good.
Yeah, ET's
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why they didn't ban a Terrorblade is because they like ET
Yeah.
so much.
buy your armor.
I mean, with Elder Titan,
Does
with
he have the
natural order,
lowest
it's just ridiculous.
health start in the game?
Tithe with no, not Medusa. I think tied with Medusa and someone else.
Okay.
It's got to be close. That guy is squishy as all hell. He's a paperclip. He's just going to fall over. And so Evil Geniuses actually go for the Venomancer. It's probably not going to be a support Veno.
Fear.
Probably Fear Veno.
Mhm.
Makes the most sense. And this is something that the core Veno, at least between Evil Geniuses and Cloud9, has been picked a lot recently.
Oh.
I like this.
Yeah.
so good
So
versus
already
Terrorblade.
a really good lineup against Terrorblade, I
Yeah,
think.
this is awesome.
Medusa and Puck. Cuddle. Okay.
Kottol.
Okay, Cuddle Medusa.
Man, that hero is just ass. It's just the worst hero in the game. I'm sorry.
Don't
Dakota's
bring that
gonna
up
be so
around
bad at me,
Cinderin.
but-
Cuddle?
Or Coddle,
Yeah.
yeah.
What?
I don't like that hero.
The hero's
All right, maybe he's not the
decent.
worst in the game, but I don't like him.
It's pretty bad.
He's pretty good. I think he's usable. He was owners during the qualifiers. Puppies played him a lot.
Yes.
Too.
He's only been buffed since that point, too. That's hilarious.
That's true.
right?
Okay. He's
Yeah,
on
but the
up and up.
metagame has changed to the
True.
point.
He's on the up and up.
Gotta
Kyle
put
Guy's
a
gonna
mid,
be
man.
happy.
Cinderin. He's going to be screaming at us.
Yeah.
Coddle mid. Go
I'm on
Axe.
Dakota's side, dude. I would wear the Coddle hat right now if I could.
Let's
Just
get that
to fight
far.
you
around
He's
here
around
somewhere.
here, yeah.
Go find it.
And then recall God's here too.
Here, there it is. We got it for you, man.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Let's get this going. There's stuff inside of it for whatever.
Okay. Hopefully it's big enough.
It'll be able to fit.
No beard though.
Hey, he doesn't need it.
I am a wizard. Okay, here we go.
Is that your cut
I'll wrap it.
reputation?
Does this go in front?
Yeah, that's go. That goes.
Yes, yes.
There we
Fine,
go,
you can do
boys. It's
I got you.
happening.
Here we go.
Wow, you have a big head.
You got it, dude.
He'd be so proud
There we go.
Nice.
wherever he is right
I'll
now.
wrap it up.
You look good, man.
Screw you, Coddle hater. I
Wow.
will mana leak you
Wow.
all day, and then blast you in the face with Illuminate.
That sounds super sexual.
It
Anywho,
does. It really does.
so Terrorblade's
right-click
biggest
you with,
weaknesses
like,
are burst
I don't know.
damage, minus armor of some kind, and area of effect damage, and Secret has all of the above. It's looking. I really like their draft so far.
No, it's good. I think this is really solid. I think Zeus has been really underpicked this tournament. It got like picked a lot, like at least in the online like tournaments that I've seen, and I don't know, maybe even in Dream League to a certain extent
Yeah.
as well.
Well, it's ET has been banned a lot more than it has typically, and some teams don't like running it without the ET.
I
Right.
do like that there doesn't seem to be a consensus whether Zeus is a support or a core, because we
work either
see
way, I
it pretty
think.
much equally in both scenarios. Which one
Well,
do you
it
think is
depends
stronger?
Depends on the team. I personally think Core is a lot stronger.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Uh,
by support? How often does he play? Are you talking about 4?
Yeah.
yeah.
AUI
Cloud9
2000 does it all the
Cloud9
time
runs
for
it.
Cloud9.
Yeah.
That sounds
But
dirty.
that's about it.
I think that might be the only team. There might have been like another European team that I've seen do it, but
Yeah.
I think it's a lot better.
The VPs. One of the VPs.
Yeah,
are
I
running
think you're right,
this.
yeah,
This is the Zeus Master here.
Dude, he needs levels, man.
he does. But that's the thing that Cloud9 are so good at
Yeah.
is just making sure that they get NVA into the jungle or move somebody around and then get AUI into a lane as soon as possible. And just give them as many levels as possible as well. But this is not going to be a Zeus support. This is going to be a Zeus core. This is
Yeah.
probably going to be S4 mid for the most part because you already have Venge, you already have Elder Titan,
Ooh.
and that's a Naga Siren as well. Which this is probably going to be safe lane Kuroki Naga Siren coming out. I think. They could run it mid and maybe have the Zeus safe lane, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
We'll see. It's going to be the battle.
Naga.
It's going to be the battle of illusions between the Terrorblade illusions and the Nagasari illusions. Just
Well,
fighting
EG
each
doesn't
other.
have any BKB heroes. I mean, Terrorblade kind of, but usually you'll see Manta Scotty.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think the Sleep Initiate is like really good here. Sleep plus Earth Splitter and Ravage and Zeus Ult. That is brutal.
Yeah.
And this way they can bypass the Venom wards too. Just like sleep and just kind of ignore them.
Do the
EG
Venom
does
Wards
have
fall
good
asleep?
push.
They don't.
No.
They don't.
Freaking structures.
I know, right? But you can't TP to them with Boots of Travel, so they're not really structures.
It's freaking, what are they?
They're
what do you call them?
gadgets.
Wards. No, actually, there's a name.
I forget too.
Yeah, it's a Warcraft 3 name. They were something.
Don't look at me. I don't know, guys.
It'll come back.
Wraith King coming out for Evil Geniuses. Their last.
The one
pick.
true king, guys.
That's a good pick.
Zai Wraith King potentially.
No, I think it's Zyogre.
Oh.
Oh no.
What? PPD Veno. Okay.
PPD.
Okay.
no.
They are doing support Venomancer. I'm not sure how I feel about this,
So
but
it's a core ogre.
yes. Core
Interest.
Ogre for Fear. He loves playing this mid, and he was talking about this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He like when the team started first doing this, especially the North American teams, the Root Gaming squad with Talaria was super hyped about it, and then all the other big teams started to pick it up as well, and it was like there for like a month, and then after that month, it just never happened again. I never saw like a Core Ogre mid again after that month or period of time. So I'm excited to see how this works out for them, and the Wraith King is going to get picked up, and this will be a Zai Wraith King. This is one of his better known heroes. He'll be able to farm up maybe a Midas and get
Has he
going.
even lost with the Wraith King? I remember that about a month ago his record was like 17-0. Maybe Brian can shed some light into that.
Thumbs
Correct.
up.
It sounds like you're good, man. That's actually really impressive. I didn't even know that was the case.
Yeah.
Oh my, Zai, he's quite the player. The only Euro in a squad of Americans. What a guy.
Yep.
I really liked, even though it's a really old set, the Simba Tidehunter. That's really old school. The
What about
pirate.
like all the whole
Pirates.
sets?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's very simple, you know? And S4 set's even better.
Yeah.
Zeus needs some cosmetics. Zeus
Se-
needs some changes.
17-0, called it.
That's
yeah.
insane.
He needs Squiddles, man.
17 and 0.
What?
He needs Squiddles.
Squiddles?
Wait, how many of these
Squiddles.
teams are
Oh,
like
the
tier 1s
yeah,
though?
yeah. Isn't that the off?
No, a lot.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
EG.
That's a cool stuffed toy.
That thing's
I
awesome.
mean, they have played a lot of American
We
teams
talked
as
about
well.
this last time when
That's
we were
not
talking
tier
about
one.
Ty's got Tide cosmetics.
Unless you consider Cloud9 and I don't know. Do you guys consider Cloud9 NA?
Euro.
They're mostly here, I'd say. They have
See,
2
I
other
understand
players.
why they need to play on
Half and half.
East because of the Vancouver being Western.
Yeah,
Right.
AUI
Yeah.
just destroys that team because of that.
Yeah.
He's just like, guys, I'm from Vancouver. I get like 250 ping.
Like
on
I was
Lux or
talking to
something.
Conrad, if they both lived in Toronto, then it would probably play in Europe.
Yeah.
They play on Lux all the time. Yeah, it wouldn't be an
Yeah.
issue. But Vancouver is
That's as far west as
Well,
you can go, basically.
yeah,
on-
yeah.
Maybe
pretty
they win
much.
TI5 and buy a condo in Spain or something.
Start boot camping.
Yeah.
That sounds like an expensive spot.
Yeah,
No, Spain is not expensive. at all.
Really?
Yeah, it's like Greece. They're having a lot of economic problems. Like,
I don't
Wow.
move there.
you really did not sell that well, man.
It's a great vacation spot. Everybody's poor. They're just giving stuff away.
no, but if you have an income that comes from outside the country, then
Right.
like I don't
Then
know,
you're good to
$2,000 and you have a mansion or something. I don't know.
Easy.
Really?
$2,000 mansion. Man, I could move there. Let's go. I
Sounds
gotta learn
good.
Spanish though first.
Ay, ay, ay.
All right, here we go. The laning stage is shaping up right now. Zai's gonna be top Fear and S4 going toe to toe mid lane, and he's gonna get Arc Lightning, but he also is probably gonna throw some Ignite Harass as well. And this should be too bad of a lane for Fear, I think, until Lightning Bolt starts getting leveled up. So
Yeah, it should be fine.
It's rarely a bad lane versus Zeus. You can just bottle Crow.
not have an issue.
I can't find any.
Oh, Zima getting
oh,
blocked.
boy,
Oh,
he's
Look at those
done.
blocks from Zai coming out. The right click's easy for his plus
17-0, boys.
What a hero,
First
Terrorblade.
blood.
Yeah. Very fair.
Balance.
Do you guys actually think he's not balanced? Like for real?
TB?
Yeah.
No, I think it's balanced. It's
Probably
just-
not balanced to a certain extent. I don't know. I'm not
The
one
fact
to
that
make
his
decisions like this.
metamorphosis isn't an ultimate is kind of weird to me.
I mean,
it
in
used to
Dota
be.
1, Metamorphosis used to give plus damage instead of base damage.
Yes.
right? So I think maybe if that change were implemented, I think it would be a lot more balanced. His illusions do so much damage right now, right? And you have to spend a lot of focus, resources to focus down the main hero.
Yeah.
So maybe if they tone down the damage of
Yeah, that
illusions
actually
by
makes a lot
doing
of
that,
sense.
so-
Yeah, the illusions seem to be the real issue because you just take down towers so fast. If it's just the one hero, then that's not an issue for the most part. But, Universe is going to be bottom. He's playing the off lane, Nature's Prophet.
Try to block him, but they can't. So
He's been playing
You
a
say
lot
you don't
of-
like to see Veno in a support role, which I kind of agree with, but as a harassing support, it's like one of the best. It's pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
You cannot stay in lane.
We were talking. PPD was talking about this last
What's
night.
Universe doing?
I don't know. He was just
Missile?
stuck there.
Yeah,
Using the
he's-
courier.
He's dead.
Oh,
right
universe.
What?
Click. He was just standing there.
That was so uncharacteristic of him.
Was he stomped?
I don't think so. He wasn't stomped. He didn't have the sleeping. There's a
Yeah.
Wraith Fire
Oh,
Blast on his
why?
silver getting chased down.
Oh.
That's a
It's
a
double
DD.
damage rune. Universe gets back in TPs. Is he going to die
Hello.
himself? No, you are dead, my friend. Zai getting another kill.
Well, universe makes up for that with a little XP, I suppose.
I guess.
That was his plan the entire time.
Yeah.
Get a TP on the tide. We're going to get a kill. Let's go.
Well, now he has to walk all the way back.
No. He has a TP actually.
Oh, yeah, he has. Oh, you're right.
That foresight.
Covering
So
all the
handy.
bases, man.
Yeah.
What a player.
That is a slow courier.
Oh, he's going to die again? Yeah, he gets sleeped up, and now they're just going to right-click him down as well. Body block. Croaky
Well-
doesn't get it off, but he should still go down here. Maybe they're not going
Oh,
to dive
he
him.
leaves.
He gets away just in time. Wow.
And Zai just trying to zone out the Zeus. Zai's doing work right here with that DD, which just expired. So time to go home, I guess. And he will go back top. Yeah.
For Zeus, this is more a question for Merlini since he is the master.
Zoo Masters.
Is there any other skill build other than the one like that you could find viable? In
Before you
somewhere?
could do like the stats bolt build, but with Bottle Crow, no. Wouldn't
stats
do.
bolt, huh? With nothing
Well,
in
people-
static field.
People like to get magic stick a lot before, and that was like your only
I
source
see,
of
yeah.
mana regeneration. So you didn't want to feed people stick charges, but now it doesn't really matter because they have infinite mana anyways with Bottle Crow.
Okay.
So
I bet you were super excited when they made those changes so you could target the ground.
that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
If I think if Bottle Crow were taken out, Zeus would be a lot stronger though. You can
Same
just
with a
spin
lot
the
of
battle
heroes
mode.
like Queen
yeah.
of Pain and
Yeah, I still fervently despise Bottle Crow.
Yeah,
I think
I
that
agree.
mechanic should not be in the game.
I mean, on one level, it does let a lot of other heroes play mid, which is kind of cool from a viewer's standpoint.
Yeah, but you're talking about it. I mean, it also takes a lot of heroes out of a
Yeah.
position of dominance.
I wouldn't say a lot though. Honestly.
Well, think about this. But just right before Dota 2 came out, Lion was a very, very solid mid.
I think Lion is like the best 1v1 mid, not including ganks. I keep saying that, nobody believes me. except
Yeah, well, the thing is that you
Get
can't
level
not
6, I'm going to finger you. Let's go.
Veno would own you.
you just mana drain him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How much mana is Plague Ward?
Yeah, 15.
Okay, so then maybe mana drain isn't too good.
20. Sorry.
I think that's the case for like a lot of support mids. You think about a lot of support mids. Nobody really talks about like Bane mid with Enfeeble or even like Ross mid with ward traps.
Well, and even Cuddle. But the thing is, okay, you're a support. You want mid. Now what?
Yeah, what do you transition into?
I think Lion getting farm. I mean, think of it this way: the way that the metagame's kind of shifting is, you get levels on somebody, you transition out and give levels to your support, but you can do the opposite even.
Yes.
Get fast levels on your Lion, get a quick blink dagger, and then he can just roam around the rest of the game. I mean, early blink dagger or something like Lion with the level 1 hex being, 2.5 seconds, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's pretty strong.
But generally now people want either very tanky mids or heroes that can stay back and farm a lot. Like Zeus can just spam arc from a very far distance. Like Brewmaster, very survivable.
It's also a lot about the AoE control as well. You think about Puck, you think about Brewmaster. And Lion just doesn't have that utensil. I just don't think it's the same type of hero. It's good. You can burst the hero down and they die very quickly.
I guess you could add Rasta to that mix as well.
Yes.
Rasta used to be very popular too.
Yeah. I like how PPD and Zai have been constantly pulling all the time. PPD is already level 4, 5 minutes into the game, which for a support is pretty amazing. I don't know why they're prioritizing so much levels on him, because Poison Nova is kind of cool, but you kind of pop Poison Nova and you're out of mana if you're a support. But, I mean, they're encountering a lot of farm on their supports, which is pretty nice.
That's just the EG style. Make sure you get up Zai, make sure you get up PPD. And PPD just wants level 7, and then he's good to go. Then you just hit your R button, and if you die in the fight, then you die. But as long as you get your R button off, you're good to go. And you can't stand up in a fight if there's Metamorphosis and PPD has his ultimate.
Yeah.
It's just too much. And plus this push right now that you're clearly seeing is ridiculous. The Terrorblade coming out. They will rotate up the Elder Titan here. They're going to push him back, and it's so hard to push into the Elder Titan with that Stomp coming out as well.
That was a scary mother effer, I'll tell you what. Freaking terrible.
He's got the Arcana as well.
His Arcana is really weird. It's like not colorful.
Well,
I think he made it black or something.
Yeah. Artorias is black, yeah. I think someone had a blue one yesterday that I really
Yes.
liked. Black, maybe?
Black.
Yeah, black's blue one's good. I like the white ones as well.
Do you like the pink one?
I haven't seen the pink one, so I don't know what it
I
looks
like the pink one.
So how's Kuro's farm? We haven't really focused on him at all.
1,000 gold, Aquila, Quelling Blade bottle. So he's getting up there, actually. He has, 39 CS? Not as much as Artur, but he's in an okay spot. He's looking to go for the early ratings, obviously, and that should be pretty good for him.
Does he go straight there?
Drums optional. I think drums is okay here. EG probably going to take a lot of towers early, so
I'm kind of.
What is the rationale for?
for drums.
Yeah.
Just so you can fight early. Gives you a little bit more mana.
that
Maybe it helps
multicast.
you survive a multicast or whatever it may be.
Oh, the
Plague Ward's
punches.
slow, though, and now the Lightning Bolt. Zeus's ult as well. They will not get the kill on Fear, but now the Magic Missile, they will turn it around. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Universe comes in as well. No TP. He has Nature's Wrath. He will not be able to fight this.
Oh,
the body
the
block
blocks,
Puppy.
blocked.
It's a little bit too late. He did miss the Spirit Stomp coming in. Plague Ward coming out as well. Will they turn this?
Puppy
has
is a
some
little
mana,
bit too
it
deep.
seems.
Yeah, they have to back away, and so just a 1-for-1 exchange mid for a mid, and a lot of action happening.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. A 1-for-1 trade, but Zeus didn't get any levels out of that. That's probably the most important thing, especially this time of the game.
And they used the Zeus ult as well, whereas the Ogre ult, you don't have to use that thing. That thing just happens.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't? You don't? Don't you know the secret button that enables multicast?
Please tell me. You've got the insider information. I need it.
Fear TPing bomb with treads, Kuro.
Wraith Fire blasted. He's in some trouble. Multicast goes out strong. He does get it off.
Ooh.
Nature's Wrath. That took him down pretty low. He's going to have to TP away immediately. The Ignite did a lot of damage, but he will survive. Arteezy contesting the top rune, looking for no tail. I don't think he has a
I'd rather have the
reflection.
runes.
Look at that stack, though.
Wait, do they know that? Have they seen that stack?
I don't think so. They could put a Plague Ward up there and find out very easily, though, in PPD. He's not doing so, but they could definitely contest that with Terrorblade at some point, and they shouldn't give that away to Simba for free. They
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Oh,
because-
that's a really hard ancient to fight because when you fight there, you're fighting usually downhill and you're at a choke too.
Yeah.
So you have to like take down the mid tower generally before.
What if you come from behind, like from the secret shop route?
I mean, it takes a while though, right? They have Plague Wars plus maybe some Nature's Prophet summons. It takes a while. That's a big ancient stack. 'Cause those are really difficult to contest unless you have a good ancient.
Oh, boy.
Like, Beastmaster or
He's
something.
out of position. Fear comes in. No multicast coming in except for the Ignite. Now there's the Lightning Bolt swap out as
Oh.
well. Arc Lightning. Zeus is up, but Fear is so damn tanky. I got all this body fat. You can't kill me. They do get the kill on Zai, the Wraith King, somewhere else across the map. He's gone. Big Daddy's gonna stomp him up. There's gonna be a Fire Blast, and Croaky comes in. Riptide. They do get the kill. Fear diving too deep. And they also do get the kill as Universe TP's in and takes down Puppy, who is on the retreat. And up actually in the lane, Zai died. So
Big winner of these was terribly that in the meantime he's just farming, pushing. He gets a tier 1 tower. This was all happening in Naga's lane, so she couldn't farm as fast. And EG creating space for Artur.
yeah, this is just Artur's MO. He's in heaven right now.
What do you think about terribly going Radiance against Naga? You don't see Radiance as often, obviously, but do you think it's better against Naga than it would be a normal, like any other hero? Considering it just, to some degree, kind of cancels it out.
In terms of man fighting, that's not really what you get Radiance for. In terms of being able to split push,
Well, that's
I would
what
say
yeah.
But
It's
EG, I think, is actually pretty good at keeping their lanes pushed out, especially with the Nature's Prophet on their team. Maybe if they didn't have it, I think it'd be a much more viable
Simba's
option.
trying to get up
Oh,
and
yeah,
Ravage. He got
that's-
body blocked
ooh.
by his own teammate. Fear is in some trouble. Ravage is going to go Wraith.
He's so
Fire Blast,
tanky.
swap out. Fear is in trouble. Not done yet, though. Everyone is low from Secret. Here comes Universe. He's going to get one. Will he get two? Zai's Magic Missile down. There's one. Puppy still alive. TP out from Kuro. He leaves Puppy to die. 2-for-2 exchange. Actually, it was the reincarnation use from Zai as he is level 6 now. He's good to go.
That was a very good fight for EG. They get the TIE Hunter. They waste the Ravage just to kill Fear, which normally if you use your ultimate for one kill, it's okay. It's okay to use the Ravage, the Black Hole. But the aftermath, leaving the Vengeful Spirit and the TIE Hunter death, definitely not worth it.
It was pretty smart of Fear to get Treads, I think, over Arcanes, because he needs that extra HP. He's been like surprisingly tanky, and Ogre you generally think is pretty tanky, but
Yeah.
Secret
Oh,
obviously.
TIE Hunter
gets
is going to
a
do
lot.
those ancients, I think.
Yeah, and he's going to get... He's actually pretty far away from that.
He's,
that,
all right, he's at 570 gold. Let's keep track of this.
so this
Over under on his gold after this.
1400? No,
I'd
that's
say-
1600.
I'd say under.
I'll say over 1600.
Over 1,600.
all right. We'll see.
1100 gold.
Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, they get the kill on no-till as Fear just walks mid and just blows him up, it looks like, with the Wraith Fire Blast from Zai as well. And you guys, you said 1,600, right?
Yeah.
Still 2 dragons, dude.
Yeah, there's still a
We'll
few
see.
ones
We'll
left.
see. Hold on. Just
Dragon Serve.
Come on, towers.
Oh, that was a low
I'm
dragon.
already wrong. It was above 1400.
Easy.
Yeah,
Dragons
yeah,
at least
yeah, it's gonna be
200.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
60
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Come on, guys.
damn that math though.
I'm Asian, man.
16. There's one more. It's going to be like...
Yeah, it's gonna be 1800.
Ah,
Damn,
80 gold.
it's pretty sick.
Smoke of Deceit ganked down bottom. Who are they going to find? It's going to be
1800.
Crow. This could be a huge kill. He doesn't have Song. It's on cooldown.
Oh.
Wraith Fire
Uh-oh.
Blast. Oh, he does have Song. It's going to go.
Oh, no!
Get the kill. The clubs to the face. Fear gets it done. He's down for 32 seconds. What a big kill. He had 2,900 gold after his death, so they do stifle his Radiance farm a bit.
And TB is just so far ahead of the Naga right now. After that tower and after that death. To be fair, I don't think the multicast would have mattered. He still had like Ignite plus Plague Ward damage on him, so it probably still would have ticked down.
Oh,
He didn't have a TP score either, so
Yeah,
he had
even
a
if he had Song, he would still die.
The old Nature's Prophet Blade Mail build. I love this.
For a second, I thought PPD was flaming when it was like lagging to the Naga side.
Got him.
You got okay?
Naga's cast point though.
Yeah,
So slow.
it is.
R button, please.
Hey.
Raise your hands.
You have to breathe deep to actually sing, you know? So,
I need to sing the song of my people. I need
Even
to live.
Split. Split is pretty long too.
Well, they changed that though.
Did they?
What, the Bruce split?
no, the Naga split.
Naga split. Okay.
Yeah.
It was like, I thought you were talking about Brewmaster for a second. We find on different servers again.
But chat is lagging.
Wonder if they're having ping issues. We had a little bit of this yesterday, I think, as well. The Vici Secret Series. So,
Volvo?
Volvo, please.
No, but it says this can't open up stuff on browser.
It's Volvo, man. It
Just
affects your
blame-
computers. It's infecting the entire network.
Blame them.
God damn it. It's Skynet. It's alive. Have you guys seen the trailer for the new Terminator?
I didn't even know
No.
there was a new Terminator coming out until somebody told me recently, and I'm like, where have I been? Like, can somebody show this to me? So,
I'm so over Terminator. The last ones have been garbage.
yeah, the last
Yeah,
one's been
yeah.
really bad. That's true.
Wait, how many were there? 4, right?
There was
Mm.
there was the first 3, and then there was Terminator.
No, there was the first 2.
Okay,
Then
well,
the
yes,
th-
the
yeah.
first 2 were amazing, and then there was the third one with Arnold again, and we're
Yeah.
like, who are these other actors?
And then the guy from Avatar.
Yes,
That was the 4th one.
Wasn't there one with
Christian Bale also.
Christian Bale? Yeah.
Yeah, that one
Christian
as well. Yeah, yeah.
I actually didn't see that one. Was that any good?
It was better than T3, I think.
Well, anything.
I
me
think
taking
so.
a dump is
I
better
think
than
it was
T3,
better than
so.
T3, but I don't think it was better by much. I the only thing that really saved that movie is again probably Christian Bale because his acting is always on point. But like it was kind of a silly movie to be honest.
Does it
Yeah.
ruin it for you knowing that he's just a complete jerk? It does.
Not
I try
really,
not to
no.
let it affect me, but it kind of
No.
does.
We had this kind of conversation the other day where we talked about personalities and stuff like that, and I don't think it's really that big of an issue, honestly, as long as he performs doing his actual job.
So he could be like a serial murderer or whatever.
Well, I didn't say
That's
that.
fine.
I mean,
Well,
I
keep it
didn't
within
say
the rims of the law.
I mean, like, he could be a jerk. If he murders people, that's different, you know? Like, we're
What a
talking about
jerk.
something
He
else,
murders
not
he'd
like
probably
Bill
be in
Cosby or
jail at that
something,
point, but I don't know. Sounds a little too lax for my taste.
Maybe it was one outburst, one day.
No,
He had a bad day.
no,
Yeah,
he's a jerk.
it was like probably the one and only time he was just being a jerk,
Yeah.
and it's just all over the internet. Now this
No.
guy's just famous for being a jerk.
No, that's not true though. I've heard inside stories, bro. I know people on the inside.
You do know people on the inside, yeah.
Yeah, and apparently Chevy Chase is also an absolute racist.
I've heard that as
No,
well.
yeah, but that he totally looks apart.
He plays
Damn,
himself
dude.
on TV.
That doesn't make it better.
Everybody forgives the racism of Chevy Chase because he's just so lovable somehow. Somehow a lovable racist. I don't know how that's possible. But
And at this point, it seems like he's kind of senile as well, so he can get away with it, I think, for the most part. Have you guys watched Community at all? Or
Yeah. I never liked him in Community. His character.
No,
was-
yeah, I know. I think everyone else in that show is great, and then you look at Chevy Chase and you're just like, what are you doing here, man?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think he's
Yeah.
thinking the same thing. Didn't he just leave?
Yeah,
just
he left. He
He
left.
just left. They're like, that's him, man. Like, how can you get away with that? You just leave a TV show at one point.
Dota!
Anyways, we're back into the game. Here we go. 5-8 the score currently. 12.5 minutes into the game. Terrorblade, like you mentioned, Ben, far and away your leader in terms of net worth in CS as well. And Kuroki's got some catching up to do, it looks like.
The good old Arteezy Terrorblade.
Ruh-roh.
Wiggly wiggly.
Volvo. Please.
Volvo, come fix our internet, please.
Only in the morning, guys. Artur seems to be salty about it, as he always is.
So back to Christian Bale.
Back to Terminator.
Let's talk about anything but
So
Dota.
there's Terminator, there's Jurassic
There's-
World,
Jurassic World, there's Star Wars.
which is by far the most hype one, easily.
Wait.
Why they didn't show anything. They just show the lightsaber with things and a little ball.
Yeah, but I mean, at least the CGI looked good. At least it looked
Well,
like
just the
it was
fact that
well.
it's Star Wars is already more hype.
Yeah, it's J.J.
Jurassic
Abrams.
World looked like the worst movie
Yeah.
ever.
Also, it doesn't have Jeff Goldblum, so that's an immediate, like, they lost.
Wait, I thought he was.
Yeah.
He's definitely not in it.
I don't think he's in it. He might be a cameo, but I don't think he's
All right,
part
I
of
have
the
to admit, it
cast.
doesn't really make or break the movie for me.
What?
What's your opinion on Jeff Goldblum, Ben?
I don't know anything about pop culture.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting this. Like, we're talking about this stuff with you, and you're just like,
Wait,
have
Merlin,
no
you don't
idea.
watch movies at all?
I watch some movies. But
All right,
I
what's
don't-
your favorite movie?
I don't
then?
really like actor. I don't really know actors and actresses by name. That so I don't follow the.
All right,
gossip.
favorite movie.
Favorite movie? I like most of the popular ones. I mean,
That's not.
That's-
I really dislike Gravity though.
Okay.
I'm on the
All right, forget about dislike. Your favorite movie,
favorite. I like
specific.
The Dark Knight.
Okay.
okay,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
You and LD are on that Gravity hate train.
Gravity is awful.
Like,
I don't
like,
know why
see-
you hate it so
I
much.
see, like,
terrible.
What I forget whatever it was the Interstellar movie that came out, and I just saw like LD tweeting like Gravity's such a shit movie or something like that. I'm like, both you guys hate that movie.
There's no story, dude.
I mean, it was exciting to watch like in IMAX. Like, yeah, there's no story, but that's not the point.
It's
of the
like
movie.
watching a picture book, dude. That's
that
what
doesn't entertain you.
No.
Now, were you all in the same room at the same time? I feel like LD infected
No,
everybody
no,
with his
no.
negativity.
I
on
watched
that.
it with someone else.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Well,
To each their own, I suppose.
Ugh, man.
Just shivers of disgust.
The Room is my favorite movie. What a great movie!
The
that is.
Room?
The room is pretty good.
Which one's that?
I hear stuff.
We're gonna get it
Dota.
back.
Back to the game.
Merlini can't wait.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so out of my element. Bring me Dota.
I'm just listening. It's okay.
Universe farming. He's ancient. He's nowhere near getting 1800 gold out of the.
What do you think about the blade mail?
What?
No talisman thing that's been
Okay.
Oh, dude, it's pretty good. Like, look at
infecting
the
Nature's
damage.
Prophet. Yeah, that's the burst damage and
Look at the damage. He's like doing 140 damage almost, and
Cuddle hat?
it's gonna do a lot.
I think with against the AoE in this game, against the No Tail, against Zeus, against everything that Secret have, Blade Mail is such a good pickup this game. I think, in all honesty, and it's the right way to go. We've seen Universe do a numerous amount of builds. We've seen the Maelstrom build. We've seen him go Midas before as well. But I think Blade Mail makes. A lot
Oh,
of
they
sense
found
this
Fear.
game. He's going to get spotted out by...
Well, it tells you that they want to fight a lot before the Naga gets Radiance plus a couple of other items. Because TB's going to have Manta fairly soon. And then with the Blade Mail, I mean, they're not going for, let's say, a Necrobook. They're not going for a Midas, a Maelstrom, Blink, whatever split push build you want to go. So they're looking to bring the fight early before Secret gets their big items. Refresher on Tide, too, which Simba gets very, very often. So Secret needs to make sure they shore up their defenses, fight with Naga if necessary, or just sleep, disengage, and split push and delay until later when the farming between Terrorblade and Naga can even out.
We're seeing a smoke by Secret. I think they're trying to create some space for Naga to finish that
They're
Radiance,
going
which
to
is
find
getting
Universe.
closer and
He's out
closer.
of position. He sees the Spirit. TP coming in from Puppy. The stop going in.
boy.
Maximus gets the Blade Mail off, not doing anything. Wow, he got blown up.
What a great pickup.
He was just sitting there farming, just minding his own business. He just gets destroyed.
When I see that pickup, I think of Skywrath Mage for some reason.
Yeah.
Very common pickup.
Or Pugna.
Yeah, Pugna too.
Pugna is fun.
We don't ever see... I think that's an underpicked hero, is Pugna.
You know, I thought so too. I was like, oh man, they should pick Piglet. And then the times that I see them, it's just like completely
Underwhelming.
failed. Like they take the T1s, and you're like, oh man, this is going so good for Pugna, and then they can't do anything after
I feel
that.
like that hero has like an identity crisis. The buff to help your teammates when he should be a core hero. Like he's kind of in between.
What
to
am
some
I?
degree.
Ice Frog, tell me. I need to know.
It's seriously, man. That hero
Well,
brings
the
a lot
Not
to
a
the
core,
table.
not a support, a core port.
TI4, when all of the pushing actually mattered, and they didn't change the bounties to the towers and stuff, that hero was fine. Now the hero is just like, I don't get any gold from these tower kills anymore. It's awful. I don't know what I'm doing anymore with
No,
my
but
life."
even then, he wasn't even picked that consistently.
No, he
you know?
wasn't. It was always like Razor, Furion.
I feel like when I think of the hero, other than like pushing the towers, Nether Ward, or with the Nether Blast, Nether Ward against specific heroes like Sand King, which isn't even picked that much
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like such a good counter to specific heroes.
it's good versus
but-
Rasta, the Sky.
It's very situational, as is any hero, but, well.
Vici liked it a lot.
They did.
I think that hero needs a little bit of a rework.
Vici also picked Lone Druid as well, too, to a certain extent during that time period. I saw it a couple of times, I think, but it was just an all-out pushing strategy.
Oh, multicast and slow and everything.
The RNG comes out again from Fear, and I wonder what's he sitting at in terms of itemization for Fear right now. He must
He's on
be,
a point booster.
He's probably getting
So
close. Yeah.
is it going to be the Ags right away?
I mean, it
Well,
has to be.
I was talking to Fear yesterday, and he was telling me that to him, Axe on Ogre is the best Axe in the game.
Yeah.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, and essentially, if you're a
Really?
support, he was saying that, and if you're a support and you just get brown boots and an Axe, suddenly that hero becomes as threatening as a core.
Yeah.
There's a couple. I mean, Witch Doctor is pretty darn good. Tiny's
yeah.
is really good.
He might be using hyperbole.
Okay.
Like he was trying
That's
to say
EG though. They go for
They-
the blanket statements.
they
You know,
do.
Yes.
They really do.
this is the best. This is the worst. There's no in between.
Well, they're going to go for Roshan now. Arteezy pops the Metamorphosis, the all-black Terrorblade Arcana,
Does look
So
pretty
weird.
sick. I won't lie.
and Universe and Arteezy are going to go to work, and they should take this down pretty quickly. So this is going to be another objective taken for Evil Geniuses. And although the Astral is going to come out, maybe you think about contesting this if you're Secret. You have your Ravage. There is no Song, obviously, but with Ravage, maybe they go in here. Sprout's going to be up. That's actually, I don't think, anywhere of note.
Elder Titan's such an amazing hero against Roshan, though. One of the best, I would say. It used to be all about the Bat Rider, but now it's all about the Elder Titan.
17-minute Radiance. Not too shabby.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Hmm?
He got killed once, and
Yeah.
then the rest of the time he was just farming, getting kills as well. He's
But
been involved. So.
He's not going to be fighting still. Like you always get like boots of travel right afterwards, which just helps you split push, and then you start to get a little bit more.
He might
tanky.
set something up with Song if he needs to, but for the most part, he'll probably just sit back and farm. I think. I don't know if they just let this Roshan go for free, and they certainly
They
keep
should
Song.
not. They have a lot of good team fight, too. They just need Elder Titan to keep stomping Roshan.
Haven't really seen the Zeus being that effective of a pick so far.
No, I mean, there haven't really been that many big engagements either. And you have these big fat heroes near your
Yeah,
face,
exactly.
like Zai on the Wraith and Ogre, that are difficult to burst down quickly with Zeus.
Smoke of Deceit Gang's gonna go. They're gonna run into a couple of Illusions. Illusions battling, and
Uh-oh,
they're
bye-bye.
gonna get caught out. Magic Missile, Lightning Bolt comes down from the heavens. They blow him up, and he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And
Kuro Knight might be pushing this tower and getting this, which is the second.
Oh,
tier one
TB
tower.
looks like he was heading into Roshan. I don't know if they're
he's
planning
back.
on doing
He
it.
doesn't have Metamorphosis anymore. It's not easy to take now. They don't have Treants. They're probably just gonna trade Tier 1 towers at this point. Tier 1 tower top goes. Tier 1 bottom is gonna get clipped, and so far no TP's coming in, so it looks like they're not gonna defend this. They're gonna just try to stifle off the push of EG. and then go back to work again. Terrorblade does have his Manta style, by the way, plus 200 gold. He has an ultimate orb. I believe that's his on the courier as well, flying out. So his Scotty's already getting started. So as fast as Kuro's Radiance was, and 17 minutes isn't that bad by any stretch of the imagination. Terrorblade's just on another level right now, it seems like.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
He'll still like catch up really easily though once he has Radiance. Like Naga doesn't really have any farming tools. She's not that great at jungling prior to Radiance, unlike Terrorblade. But I think once Terrorblade gets like Manta Scotty, he'll be like strongest relative to Naga than he will be. And then after that point, the gap will close a lot. Right now, it's already starting to close, but Scotty's just such a big pickup on the Terrorblade. But I don't know if they'll be able to push high ground with it unless they get the Aegis.
Yeah, they really do need that Roshan. And I expect to see a play happen around that pit, whether it's a smoke gank or a smoke into the pit from either team. Could be huge. But the Astral's going to keep coming out over and over and over again for no tail to scout at the Roshan. So,
Question for you guys. If Sima keeps getting farm, which he seems to be doing, is Terrorblade really forced to go BKB right here? Of course he doesn't want to.
I think so. Double Ravage. I mean, with Elder Titan, it's just so easy to kill a Terrorblade without a BKB. And they don't have any defensive heroes either, right? They don't have a Vengeful Spirit like you'll usually see on the side of a Terrorblade.
Oh, wow, he went 4 stuff.
4 stuff on...
TIE Hunter. He had
yeah.
2.3k gold, and instead of going for Refresher directly,
he wants more movement options. That's fine.
Link 4 stuff. Interesting.
I've seen this a lot, though.
No, there's a couple 4-stuffs on their team now, but... I mean, Secret's big advantage is team fights, and like you said, there's no true BKB holders for EG. It's kind of like they have to force it. Yeah. And as a result, I think Zeus getting an early Veil would be really good, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And also...
Oh, nice deal.
4-staff. There you go. It's worth it already.
Paid off. Here
Uh-oh.
gets stomped up. He's stunned. Zaz on the backside, and they're not going to go for this. Simba has the haste rune, and it's time to back away. Fear's Ags is actually almost done. He is one component away.
The way this game's been playing, you'd think it was a best of 1 for 3rd place.
Yeah.
Pretty passive overall.
It's not the high flashy style we saw coming out from those first couple of games from both squads in EG and Cloud9, but I think right now, Evil Geniuses, they're in a good position, but you talked about the Naga getting farmed, the Tide Hunter getting the Refresh Orb, and I feel like there is this kind of a clock for Evil Geniuses.
Oh, Universe is going to... Oh, wow, the damage on Puppy. He melts by RTC, and S4 collect the price, and Universe is going to go down. But yeah, insane amount of damage with that Blade Mail.
And some people have been saying that like Zeus is really good versus Terrorblade because you can ult and then find the right Terrorblade and then immediately burst them down. But they have plenty of AoE already to kind of destroy the illusions.
Do you think TV picks up BKB next? Is that 100% necessary after the Scotty?
If they want to push high ground, yes. If they don't, then Butterfly and just keep farming.
I don't know if that's the best idea, though. Like, if you keep farming, the Naga's just going to pass you, I think.
Well, I mean, pushing into a Tidehunter and Naga is not a good idea either.
Yeah.
So it depends on what they want.
So who has the late game?
I would say Secret because they have better ultimates. Like Venom ult, whatever. Like you're fighting against illusions, which is not that great. Ogre is decent, but he doesn't really have any mobility right now. And I just think that the Stomp plus Ravage and then Sleep and then the defensive cooldown, defensive swap is going to be really, really big too. And they don't really have a good way to protect Terrorblade. They could just all in on Terrorblade and then take the fight.
I feel like the way games have been playing since this last patch, it's all about the refresher. Like whichever team has the most refreshers has the best chance of winning. Not sure if I like that, but
the refresher's such a strange item.
It's so freaking good. And we talked about how maybe they can nerf it so it doesn't include BKB, but is that even enough? I don't know.
Let's wait and see.
I mean, this is like a core. Like, go back like a year and a half, and then throughout the entire Dota history, refresher's never really been core on anybody.
Oh, they're getting Zai, but he's going to slow people. I don't know if that's what they really want.
For them. Puppy's already caught out of position, not done yet. There's going to be the Ear Splitter going in. Ravage as well. Zai is out of the fight, it looks like. He's not even close. He does get stomped up. Zeusol goes, does so much damage. They have to back away now. Arteezy Sunners onto S4. Multicast goes in, but it's not looking like the best fight for Evil Geniuses. Poison Nova gets off. Arteezy's done as well. Natural Order, the Zeus damage, the AoE is real. Secret are going to work. They take down 4. They're probably going to take down 5 as well. Kuro is coming in. 4-staff. Gosh, easy 5-man wipe coming out from Secret. Beautiful swap coming out from Puppy to set that fight up, and then
Does
the
Zeus
stop
have
as well.
Bloodstone?
Yeah, he just built a Bloodstone.
Man.
Like he got well, he suicided.
Yeah. Oh, buddy. And as I pointed out, suicide did happen.
Yeah.
So
it's a 5-for-1 almost.
yeah,
5 for 2. But I'm actually surprised because I didn't expect Zeus to go for Blaststone. Normally you see them wanting to go for the Axe, Refresher, Veil. There's so many choices for the Zeus, but he decides to go first for the Force Staff, now for the Blaststone. And I guess this means that they will want to fight a lot against EG from now on.
Well, especially with after that fight. Now Naga's finally leapfrogged the head over Terrorblade. That did not take long. I expected it to happen like maybe around a 30-minute mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think not getting Roshan earlier hurt Evil Geniuses a lot. And they are going to find No Tail, though. They're going to pick up a kill. He's going to try to get his stomp off. No such luck, though.
Just a support.
They really need BKBs on EG, though. Like
Yeah.
Wraith King needs one, Terrorblade needs one, Nature's Prophet eventually at some point, too.
Yeah.
Maybe even Ogre.
Could be.
Simba's in. They don't have Ravage. Song is available, though, and the illusion's already being annoying. They haven't taken this tier 1 tower, so despite losing that fight, they didn't really get an objective off the back end of that. Roshan wasn't taken. The tier 1 tower wasn't taken, so...
Sorry, you still feel very threatened for EG, though. You're losing a mid-game fight, and then you don't really have late-game secured either.
Oh, they're going for
God.
Fear. Trade the stuns, but S4 has a lot of damage here, and Fear's going to fall. Here comes Universe. He tries to collect, but it's going to be hard. Zai with the stun. He's going to get S4. Vengeful Spirit dies. S4 is also going to die right here, and this is a great counter gank from EG.
Yeah, they really needed that. Those 2 kills, although they're... I mean, S4 obviously is a big target, Puppy not so much. But this is what it turns into. It turns into Roshan, and you could still maybe think about contesting. You have Ravage coming off cooldown pretty
how
soon.
annoying
Stomp
is
onto Zai.
So
He
annoying.
actually has Reincarnation in 12 seconds, so he needs to be careful. And I don't know. I don't know if they could really commit to this, honestly. Zeus back
Ravage
within
is up
6
now,
seconds.
too.
Yeah, Ravage is up, so they have to actually just back out of the pit.
Can you guys remind me how the Astral Spirit works as far as the minus armor? Is it's split or something like that, right? One of them is minus magic, one of them is minus
No, you're
physical.
talking about the aura, or you're talking about...
How the aura works with the
No, the
Astral
aura works
Spirit.
with both.
It's the
What am I
same.
thinking? Is it
The
ult?
Stomp, your hero
Oh.
does physical damage,
Yeah,
and the illusion does magical
Okay,
damage.
so that's actually negligible then.
Yes.
It does very little damage.
Nice catch by Universe on Big Daddy in the bottom lane.
Big Daddy's not having a fun
This is
game.
what they need to do. They need to find pickoffs. S4 is going to get jumped on by Zai, but there's no follow-up.
Yeah, and,
Zai's going to get got on. He does have Reincarnation. Fear's like, I'm running.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
going to
not
get
diving
you.
this.
But maybe not so much, and they're just back away. I
Well,
think
the
Fear-
Scotties... That's actually a late Scotty if you think about it. He had a lot of the components about
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
5-6
Yep.
minutes ago.
He could have had that at like 21, 22 minutes, and now finished at 25. Blink
Oh,
Ravage.
jump.
Whoa!
Oh, it goes on to PPD, but he just TP'd in. Bit of a misplay there from Sim, but they have to back away. Ravage is now on cooldown.
Yeah.
Jump the gun a bit.
They might have to blow sleep here.
TP coming from Universe. I'm not sure
where's
though.
Universe going?
I think he's canceled the TP. I
Okay.
think he's staying bottom for the most part. Multicast, those 3 ignites going in. The creep wave's going to get cleared, and there's the Manta now done for the Naga Siren as well, but they're going to head to the Roche Pit for Evil Geniuses, and maybe they can finally fish it now. Can they do it? Can they take it down?
This poor Roche, he's so teased, man.
Please,
You're gonna kill me or not?
Please
Jesus.
just kill me.
That's still pretty good, though, that they delayed the first Roche until 26.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, if you're Secret right now, you're pretty happy with how this game is going. You just have to make sure that you don't lose a big fight, especially with this Aegis up on RTZ, and in turn lose a lot of objectives. So
Yeah, just they have really good high ground defense. So if it's just straight 5-on-5 without any base pickoffs, I think Secret can hold high ground for a very long time.
yeah,
And it's gonna get easier and easier the more time it passes as well.
There's the Ags for Fear.
And
Apparently
that
the
should've
best Ags in the game.
that should have been done earlier too. We talked
Yeah.
about the Terrorblade and the Scotty, but that Axe had all of its components sans a Blade of Alacrity at like maybe 20 minutes. So
That's the
Well-
timing you'll see on a good timing for support.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. It's just like the fact that Ogre doesn't farm particularly fast, even if he was left with a core roll, which allows him to actually get level 13, just doesn't help him with the farm. And
Goodbye, Puppy.
Puppy is gonna die.
You got that illusion, buddy. Nice job. Let's
Bam.
get out of here.
ET
Hey,
ult
peace out.
also used to no avail.
Nothing really going
Fear
on
trying
there.
to punch a Naga illusion as well.
So, okay, they're getting a couple of kills here and there. A lot of them on our supports on like No Tail and the Elder Titan. They got one at S4 earlier too, so that's good. And they're not really dealing with Kuroki, so he's still farming. He's up to 265 CS now currently. But the more pickoffs they get, the more room they make on the map. And Fear might get spotted.
Well,
They back away
the kills
instead.
on those supports aren't terribly useful, right? Elder Titan still has his aura,
Right.
and Venge still has her swap and her auras too. Whereas Venom
Oh, can he run away? No.
Oh, he is done. I think. Song, yeah.
Oh,
he's gonna
wow.
go. Universe should fall here. Croaky will probably pick up the kill, and he will. That's a mega kill streak going for Croaky as well. That's pretty big coming out. So
It's a pretty fast 16.
I think EG's going to have the opportunity to really use this Aegis to a high
Definitely not.
effectiveness. I mean,
No.
Terrorblade in general is not a very good holder anyway, right? Metamorphosis, such a long cooldown.
yeah.
I mean, in theory, it should be pretty good for Secret since they have a lot of ultimates, and you want to trade it for Ravage or something like that.
You know, I was talking to the guys from C9 yesterday, and they were half joking, saying, "Man, Phoenix Terrorblade is going to be the new meta game. Because if you get Axe on Phoenix, it resets the cooldowns of the normal abilities from the person you pull as well with you.
That's true.
Oh well, Puppy's gonna die here.
This Metamorphosis is going to work. Simba multicasted twice, and he's in some trouble. Oh, the force to the low ground, though, but Zai from the high ground. Wraithfire Blast, but it does get cracked and shelled off, and he still will go down. That took a bit longer than they might have wanted to.
They can still chase, and they find this four nice
Great
four stuff
fire
once
blasts.
again.
Yeah, these four steps have been on point, and Zai can't get across the ravine here. The chasm is too
But
big.
Fear is there, and he has a DD. This Ogre punches hard. Look at,
forward.
3 times multicast.
It's all going wrong all of a sudden for Secret. Triple kill for Arteezy, and he's just going to go to work now. He's going to continue to conjure images and try to take down these tier 2 towers as best as possible.
Sunder Fear, Sunder Fear.
He sundered an illusion,
Okay.
I believe. That was an illusion.
Yeah, I think so.
What's the timer on Aegis? Oh, 156? That's
Yeah, 2
pretty
minutes. He won't have Metamorphosis, though, if they decide to go for high ground, which I don't think they will. They'll probably back up. Maybe not.
long. They can set up for... Well, they can get some damage while Tide is down, but that's not for a very long time.
I mean, they know that all their ults are still up. Ravage was not used. Zeus ult is now back up after that one kill.
And they can't fight into this.
Oh!
They
Oh,
saw
boy.
they're going to get Arteezy.
Well, it is the Aegis.
He's going to die twice.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to come in.
Maybe they will. Arteezy getting caught out, slept, swap back in, and he's done.
Yeah,
They're gonna
there's
leave him
no
to
saving
die.
you. Arthur, we'll sing songs to tell the tales of your valor.
Maybe Zeus.
Wow,
man.
even the... Oh, that was
I see what you did there.
interesting. What?
The dig.
Really?
Zap. He doesn't do enough damage with zapping. He's got to zap some more.
He has the weirdest build I've ever
Does.
seen for Zeus.
I was
Thoughts,
expecting
Merlini?
mobility or Veil or something.
almost always prefer Veil over Dagon,
Mhm.
especially with an ET, but...
I guess they really want to burst down the Terrorblade and would rather have the single target damage than the AoE.
So BKB
Application.
becomes even better now. Because remember, Veil will stay on through BKB. So once the BKB's up, the Veil's still on. Dagon, well, you just can't cast it.
The way that EG takes fights, though, aren't really like BKB oriented, though, right? BKB is for really quick engagements. EG's in it for the long game, right? Metamorphosis lasts a really long time. Wraith King, 2 lives. Ogre doesn't really need any sort of mana. And Veno's all about the Plague Wards and the damage over time. So EG's looking to take extended fights where, like, even if he does get a BKB, if he BKBs at a wrong time, or, I mean, even if he BKBs at the right time, there is no best time, maybe to dodge a Ravage, but even so, they still have a ton of sustained damage on both sides.
4 staff for PPD now, and it looks like Secret are just going to try to pressure the lanes, pressure the map. Although, I don't know,
Oh.
Zai is just kind of out of position. And that's going to get flown, but Zai,
Yes.
he can't even blink out. He's in some trouble. Great
No, he's fine. He might be fine, actually.
He actually could live here in PPD. Thinking about maybe 4 staffing. Another Fire Blast going in. There's
Oh.
the multicast. Beautiful from Fear.
Oh,
Zai,
right away, Zai.
10 HP. Arteezy gets sleeped up. Sunder goes in as
Sunder-
well. The
oh, Big
Scotty's
Daddy.
slow. Big Daddy, goodbye, buddy. He's going to buy. He doesn't get his full 4 staff as he buys the Ring of Regen as well as the Staff of Wizardry, but that's it.
3 deaths for a reincarnation, which is a level 2 reincarnation, so 2 minutes. Totally not worth it. And EG with a perfect rotation there, Secret. They tried to kill Zai, but he was deceptively tanky.
Kiro's probably like, team, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Can you not do this, please? Trying to farm down?
Yeah, I just thought about this. Kraken Shell is actually not very good against multicast, like, especially when it's in a big engagement. Because if it gets proc, there's more stuns to come
Yeah.
in quick
Yeah.
succession. It's pretty smart.
So smart.
Song goes in. They're
No
going to
fear
buy back.
outrunning the
They have
sun.
Ravage. They're ready to go. No refresher. He's going to pop it here in just a second. It's about to go, and it will. On to 3. They get 1 kill immediately. That's Universe dead. Arteezy falls as well. PPD's going to get net up. Anchor smash. Boom. They get the laser. He's donezo.
That Dagon was so underwhelming.
Yeah.
Got him. Just did, like, no damage to PPD, but they zap him. They get the kill. Easy enough. Haste is picked up for Zai. He's going to get out of dodge. And good buyback coming out. Good song as well. Good high ground defense. This is what you were talking about, I think.
The question is, what stops Secret, other than cooldowns, to keep doing this over and over? If EG doesn't go for BKB, this can potentially happen
It is the
every single
BKB.
time.
They
Yep.
have to get
Yeah,
the BKB.
yeah. We'll have to see if they. I'm not sure. Is anyone building towards the BKB on EG right now?
He's going for butterfly. Looks
Universe
like,
has
so.
an ogre club. That is a BKB recipe as well. He actually has his full.
Yeah, it has a BKB.
Fear has an ogre.
Yeah,
club.
but that's nature's prophet. Well, he's doing a decent amount of damage, but it's not going to be enough.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
pretty squishy. Zai's going to get caught with the sleep as well. He does have reincarnation. It's level
Level
3. TP's not going to work out. S4 slides through with the 4 staff. Lightning bolts as well. Zeusol, he's
Blink!
They're going to chase after him. Gush is going to go, and I think Zai is still dead here. Wraith Fire Blast goes in, and, well, Stomp comes out as well. Zai, goodbye, my friend. Looks like you're going to die here, buddy. Universe is TPing in, though. Look at this. Nature's Wrath goes to work, and now the Gale.
wow.
They're going to turn this around. Simba's dead. 2 down all day. S4, 4 staff, TP out. He might make it and will do so. Mid lane, Artur
Oh.
and Kuroki. Kuroki has to pop the song to stay alive.
So slow.
He doesn't have a TP scroll, though. Oh, he has his boots of travel, but they're on cooldown for 10 seconds.
I mean, he has heart.
He's
And
fine.
evasion.
Yeah, he's fine. Okay.
He's a big boy.
He's good to go.
And
He's a big
the
boy.
upgrade of the Dagon begins. I think an Ethereal Blade would have been even better than the Dagon. I mean, we talked about Veil, we talked about all these other... Anybody that Terrorblade goes on, just Ethereal your teammate.
Ethereal Blade, the
Or
the
TB,
Terrorblade.
since he doesn't have...
Manta
oh, that's true.
on a BKB.
Or just Refresher.
That's
Refresher's good too.
Or Axe.
Or X.
So basically, Dagon's like bottom of the barrel.
yeah, Dagon, we don't like it.
Yeah, Veil, Refresher, and Ghost is probably.
I mean, if this goes
3
like
choices.
70, 80 minutes, then the Dagon's going to be pretty good, along with every other item he picks up. But
Right.
I don't know about
I mean,
now.
Yule's is good too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
These illusions.
These illusions are hard to deal with. Look, Arteezy loses 40% of his HP trying to
He
deal
went
with it.
butterfly as well, by the way. So you were talking about that, and it looks like they want to just maybe
Oh, he does
continue
have
the
the
farm.
Manta, never
So
mind.
yeah, it depends on when they want to end the game. If they want to try and end at like 45, you know, you get Butterfly then BKB. If they want to end at 35, you get BKB first and push high ground. But
they
He-
made that decision.
yeah, he wouldn't have had BKB before, anyways. And even if he had, he would have been the only one like in that vicinity with decent HP. So they need to like mass BKBs.
What about Zai? Zai
Zai,
is...
I mean, he's a Wraith King, right?
Assault Curiosity. Yeah, he's going for the Vlad's AC. Straight up utility. And this
He can
is
still
gonna
get
him a lot.
BKB too, though,
Yeah.
so he can initiate on people.
But for now, this is what they need, especially against the Elder Titan. They need that armor. They need it desperately, and even pushing into the high ground, and it's just pretty good as well. But it's a long ways before that. Secret have a couple of
Oh.
BOTs. Simba's gonna get forced away from a potential engagement. He's probably fine. Stomp goes into the mid lane.
They want to fight now. They're coming back.
Fierce
Trying to find
wrapping
someone.
around.
Is there a swap?
Arteezy. I think they gushed him, but he's fine. And Roshan is going to respawn in a minute and a half. So that could be the next point of contention for both these
Smoking
squads.
time. Dun, dun, dun.
And they're going to smoke up. They're going to head over towards the Roche pit maybe. Kuroki doesn't get the smoke with them, so maybe you'll bait this to a certain extent. Roche is not up yet. It could be, but it's not. So they'll
gonna
check
be
it
whack.
quickly, head up towards the Ancient Stack. Maybe go on Zai here. Could be an okay pickoff. He still does have Reincarnation. He blinks away, actually, and he's good to go. So I don't know if they're going to find anybody with this. They might have to dive a tier 2 tower.
Well, there's people there in the tier 2. Yeah. And Zai is showing himself. They see, they spot him. Do they want to go for him?
I think they...
He uses his stun. Maybe this is
Zai's
going
gonna walk up to the high ground here. Zai, don't do it, man. You're too young.
He really is.
Okay, he's fine. Actually, he's not gonna do it. They're gonna back away.
Talked about how the AC would be really nice. If you really think about it, I mean, it obviously still would be the best pickup for EG right now. Look at the minus armor. So you have Venge, you have Elder Titan with the base armor reduction.
Yes.
You have Riptide from Nagasai, and you have Gush, which we never talk about
That's
as
true.
minus armor. How much is that? Is it minus 7
6,
or
I
8?
think. 5.
Not even close. 5. Very good. Gush is like the forgotten spell of Tidehunter.
Well, everyone just talks about the nuke damage, and people neglect to talk about the armor reduction.
I miss his old, even though this one's obviously better, the Anchor Smash, the old one.
Yeah.
I really miss that one. He was like a carry, almost.
Universe got a courier with a quarter staff, so
Uh-oh.
Typical
Nagasai is
Furion
not going to have
plays.
that butterfly anytime soon.
Typical Furion plays.
Just
He
Furion
could farm
plays.
that up in like literally 20 seconds, so
Yeah.
might as well just buy another one.
Head to
No
the
need to
jungle,
wait.
ready to go.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just buy it, bro.
Just buy another one.
Hey, you're going to buy a Dagon, might as well. Just buy a second quarter staff.
So we see Veno going for a hood. EG needs a lot of items to push high ground. They need, I would say, a pipe, probably at least 2, probably 3 BKBs and an Aegis to make it really safe. And that just gives Secret all the time in the world to farm up refreshers.
Oh, what a
and
swap
whatnot.
from Puppy. They get fear. Can they burst him down? They do, and now suddenly it's just like back away.
It's the Dagon.
Guerrilla tactics coming from
Zap, zap.
Secret.
There's the BKB finished up for Arteezy in the meantime. So they do get Fear, but Artur does get enough room to farm up. But Fear dead for 50 seconds. This is perfect timing for them to be able to get Roshan. It's respawned already. It's ready to go.
Oh, Puppy is level 16 on VS. That's
Yes.
pretty disgusting.
Yeah, that's
That is why the swap was
There's
so
nothing
huge.
you can do about that now. That
We didn't
is-
even see that coming. And all of a sudden, boom.
If he could somehow get Ags, which isn't going to happen, but I think that's one of the top 10 Ags in the game. That is amazing.
I like the Axe. Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually haven't built it yet.
I have like 20 top 10s, though, so that's
Yeah,
kind of a
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I think Blink's a lot better for him, just so he doesn't die.
Yeah,
when
Blink
he-
would be good, too, yeah.
when he swaps in.
This is really bad for EG. They're going to let the Roshan the Aegis go towards Secret. Croaky will pick up the Aegis, and I mean, his Butterfly is going to be coming out as soon as the Courier respawns.
He has 5.5k gold
Yeah.
on top of that as well, so immensely rich. If any consolation, he will not be picking any other item until the Aegis expires.
I think that Secret drafted very well against what EG was prepared to do this game. They have heroes that scale very well into late game, like Zeus with Static Field, Venge, minus armor and percent-based aura, tied with Refresher. Like, all these heroes scale very well, not to mention Elder Titan, and they have good high ground defense, too. So they know that EG can't end the game early, and then we can take this late because we have the better heroes for it. So all they need to do is just not feed, get a lot of farm on Naga Siren, and they've accomplished all their
nice
What
goals.
a
dodge!
sidestep. The jukes are real. Universe. There's the Sprout going in.
Ouch!
He has to BKB for this in TP home. He's like, that's just too much damage.
The
to take.
Dagon.
He got zapped, man. What is that, level 2? Level 3? I
It's
think
going to be
level 2?
4 now,
That's
right?
good, yeah. 2 more levels are coming.
It's on its way. That's frightening.
So much burst.
Well,
know
in
if
a lot of
items-
ways, the Astral Spirit works kind of like a veil, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is it diminishing returns at a certain point? How does that work with if he gets veil on
I mean,
top
it's
of all that?
additive, not multiplicative, but it's still really good.
Do you know if the Zeus passive procs on items? No, it doesn't, right?
Does Zeus
No, it
what?
should-
No, it doesn't.
No.
That'd be sick. 4 stat. Boom, everyone takes damage.
Magic stick.
Tress toggle.
Basilisk toggle, yeah.
That'd be amazing.
All right. ET as the Perseverance. Potentially the Lincoln Sphere coming out for No Tail. It's pretty good against a lot of the Suns. You have, obviously...
Oh, puppy. Nice
Oh,
blink.
the blink. Wow. Disjoints the Wraith Fire Blast and gets away immediately.
Oh, he got spotted by Ward.
They're TPing in. Kuroki's going into work, and it looks like he's already TP'd up there. He's chasing after a
Nice
hero's eyes
cancel by
alone.
S4. Yeah,
And-
canceled his TP. Oh,
He
yeah.
waved it too. They see him.
Oh,
Lightning swap out. He is
wow.
done.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
bye-bye.
Reincarnation. His blink's on cooldown for a couple
Look
more
at the
seconds.
mini map. Nobody's within a mile radius to help poor
Good luck,
Zai.
Zai. You're on your own, dude.
Yeah.
Well, there's
17-0.
pushing.
Hope that helps you.
He's dead for 70 seconds. This could be the first game we see Zai lose on Wraith King. Although,
Nah, that thing that just doesn't happen.
it just doesn't
They'll
happen.
find a way
Decisive.
somehow.
The servers will crash or something.
Yeah. Remake.
The stats side will not record this game for whatever
The
reason.
Radiant Ancient just suddenly dies.
Yeah.
They
It,
can't.
it reminds me of the Gambler, the old hero in Dota.
Oh,
You
yeah.
randomly
yeah,
have
yeah.
a chance to just get a kill. Alright, you just die. No big deal. I never actually got to play that hero though.
Throw money at people.
So Kuro's actually almost 6-slotted.
That butterfly, though. Yeah, he just needs to get another item for that Aegis, and then he's good to go.
I don't even know what he gets next. Diffuse was okay, but versus Terror Blade, not so much.
What would you get instead of Diffusal?
I don't know. Crit?
Maybe MKB for the butterfly?
Yeah, but your illusions do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Desolator.
Abyssal? I have no idea.
Go Scotty, man.
Necro 3 Refresher is what a lot of 7-slotted Nagas go for.
Oh yeah,
think a
Refresher
lot
will
of-
eventually be there if the game goes long
Yeah,
enough, that's
yeah.
for sure.
70 minutes into the game, God
Yeah.
forbid.
Ugh.
We're not there yet. We're at 42 minutes of this first game. It's shaping up to be a good one so far.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you think about the story of this game, EG has been constantly the best Western team for the last 6 months, I
Yes.
would say.
Yes.
And Secret is a team that, in everyone's eyes, has to be or has the potential to become that
Exactly.
best team.
They're the Miami Heat of a few
They are the
years ago.
Miami Heat, and EG is the San Antonio Spurs.
I don't know. At the same time, at Starladder, I was like, at Starladder, I was very impressed and disappointed by Secret at the same time. Like some of the drafts I thought were very poor, like letting Lycan slip through so many times in the pool. And now they just banned it every single time. And at the same time, I was impressed by a lot of their mid-game holds and some of the drafts that like for example, Elder Titan wasn't that popular back then. So.
Yeah.
We have to keep in mind that Secret is a fairly new team. As much as these players have known they've known each other for a long period of time, but this is like them just coming together right now in the past couple of months since TI4. Whereas you already had the 4 players of EG and even Fear before Macy came along and before Fear's injury. So
at what point do we stop talking about that? Like, at what point is that not an issue?
When they win a
Fear's
LAN.
injury, or
No, like if they continue to not win lands, let's say, like in 3-4 months, are we still gonna say, oh, they're relatively new? Like, at what point do you stop saying they're?
I already think it's
like the chemistry.
I already think it's over.
Yeah.
I don't talk about it. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Sai with the jump. Big Daddy No Tell is like, I want nothing about it,
Nice
but
swap.
Puppy with the swap. BKB is popped on RTC. He's gonna melt Puppy, and they're going for Universe right now. Universe has to sing the song of Kuroki, but with all the BKBs, that's not doing that much. The BKBs are gonna run out. Kuroki will run out himself.
that's a really good fight for EG, and they're not done yet. Kuroki couldn't leave, actually.
He's so fast,
Zai
though.
should have his Blink Dagger pretty soon here. Plague Ward's going to go. They want to keep Vision.
That
yeah,
butterfly,
Kuroki's
man.
just so damn speedy. He just zips away.
Flutter boys.
Just pop that thing,
I
get
think
out.
that EG has capitalized on the many mistakes that Secret has made. They've just given away a lot of heroes, and when Naga isn't ready to fight, she just lost her Aegis, so she's not really looking to take a fight right now until at least she fills her 6th slot. And EG
Which she can do at any point now.
yeah, which she can do at any point, but still, they're looking for good positioning. They don't want to get BKB zerged by EG. They want to be able to get the jump with Song Initiate or whatever it may be, or if even like 1 or 2 heroes BKB, they just focus them down. Like Universe, he's really squishy.
She went for Diffusal. Is Simba ready to any close to the refresher, by the way?
He should have it.
Oh, he has it. Yeah,
he's good to go. He has double Ravage. He couldn't even get 1 Ravage off in that fight. But
the real problem for EG is trying to get high ground.
Yes.
That's super difficult.
we've talked
I
about
thought you were saying trying to get high.
Well, they have no
I mean-
problem with that.
I mean, that's the thing. They take 1 fight, and then what do they transition that into? But eventually that could mount into just everything. Like,
If they can force buyback.
Oh, 1,
refresh.
2.
Okay.
Dagon. Gush.
All right. He's pretty important. 2
Okay, what do you
Ravages.
think about that? Because you killed the Terrorblade, but he has buyback.
That's okay. They just all in on Terrorblade.
Yeah.
I think they should do that in team fights too. It's just all about him.
Okay, now this is awkward.
Zai,
Can he
I don't
TP
think
away?
he'll buyback either.
Oh, no.
That's not a buyback. He's there for 80 seconds.
The farm concentration is just so high on Terrorblade that, I mean, yeah, sure, Ogre has like Ags and almost BKB, and Zai has AC and stuff, but we just saw how not useless he is. He just dies really quickly. No one else has any sort of survivability.
I mean, they're gonna have to force the Terrorblade buyback here, and even that, I mean, that one of Zai to jump in, it's gonna be a 4 versus 5 engagement. Although Ravage is down now, this still could be a kind of tough defense. But they'll force the buyback, probably then back away. Maybe we'll see. Looks like they're gonna try to get out. Multicast onto S4, another one going through as well. Fear BKB's up. They want to fight this 4-staff away. Who's coming into the backside? It's Universe. Pops the BKB. He's going
Oh,
to
the
Sprout. There's
song.
going to be the song going in. They really want his 4. They do pick up Puppy, but that's the only kill they've secured. TP away from Kuroki. No Tail and everyone else on the retreat. They're both going to TP out. They'll make it away.
Oh.
That is huge. BKB's forced buyback forced, and they only lose Puppy on Secret side.
So all they are right now is just 1 Terrorblade death away from potentially taking high ground or ending the game. So, I mean, it's really difficult for RTZ to avoid these sort of ganks. So
Well, now with Ravage down, though, at least for a couple more seconds, do you try to push high ground here for Evil Geniuses or make something happen?
they still have 1 Ravage, and they still have sleep up in probably 30 seconds.
Well,
So.
the Ravage is up for another minute, but is that enough time?
It's too risky, right? Secret has all their buybacks.
Yes.
And if it's just 1 Terrorblade death again, and they don't even have the T2 down mid.
So maybe you just try to go for another Roshan, another Aegis if you're...
Well, Roshan is not up anytime
Roshan's
soon,
not
right?
up
It's
yet.
like you need 3
Minute?
minutes, and by that time we'll have double Ravage. We'll have everything.
yeah.
So.
So it's going to be tough. They have to find a pick-off maybe for Evil Geniuses and then transition that into Roshan.
They don't have any good way to get picks, though, right? They don't have... Like, Wraith can initiate on someone, but Terrorblade doesn't really have the mobility that Secret has. And if they bait out someone and they get defensively swapped, the fight's over, and they'll lose multiple heroes.
I think that's
So
why Ogre was kind of picked, is to try to get pickoffs with that
Yeah.
Aghanim Scepter really
Yeah,
rushed.
yeah.
But the problem is,
he doesn't have Blink or
they have the
anything.
swap. You
Yes.
have all this team fight from Secret. Like, what? I don't know
Going
what
for that
you can
BKB
do.
really hurt Fear. If he could get that Blink Dagger, then things would be a lot easier, but that's not the case. Ravage is coming off cooldown at about 7 seconds here. Zeussol's going to go. They just want to get Vision. Dagon goes. They get a kill. PPD was way out of position.
Oh, Zai, what are you doing?
He's going in right now. He's alone. Zai's going to pop his reincarnation, but where's the follow-up coming through here? Sibba has Ravage ready to go. He's about to pop it. Zai's getting low and snared up.
Oh,
Kuroki,
Kuro is taking a lot of damage right now.
Down as well. Song's going to go. Arteezy's full BKB going to work. Is it enough?
Oh,
Kuroki's
so asleep.
TP's going to go. He might make it out. 4 step away. He will survive. They lose 2. They lose 3. Evil Geniuses. They're going to lose 4. Arteezy's going to die.
Oh, yeah, he's gone.
Puppy Magic Missile. It's a team wipe. Evil Geniuses. Oh,
no!
Thunder!
Just in time! Just at the last second. No one wanted to get close.
Though. He's going to try to go to work. Sibba's going to go and take it. Zap. S4 says, no, you are not surviving. Here comes Universe buying back. Gets 1.
Oh,
gets
2.
Absolutely. Sahil O'Neal going down. Kuroki's going to come to work, but that's it. Down for 120 seconds there, and that fight was a disaster for Evil Geniuses. My God.
They took as much as they could take, but Secret was just so strong. They got the advantage by taking the Venomancer at the beginning of the whole fight, and then it was just 1 by 1. If Arteezy had died when the Venture Spirit was attacking him, that would have been a big blow. But the fact that he sundered allowed him a little bit more time. They took a couple of kills. It's not a disaster, but it will probably mean Raxus.
And from here on out, Kuroki won't be surprised by the double.
4-step while sleeping? Oh, man.
That was so good.
Arteezy was almost able to take out Kuroki because of the surprise MKB.
He was just too slow. Kuroki popped, I think, his floater and then just made his way out of there. He got hit with an MKB proc, but it wasn't
did he pop his butterfly?
GG.
I think he did. Yeah, and that's it. Evil Geniuses, they know they can't come back from this. They have no buyback on Arteezy. He's dead for 40 seconds. And game number 1, Kuroki gets it done with the Naga Siren. And beautiful play coming out. A couple of sloppy mistakes coming through for the most part from Secret. And Evil Geniuses capitalized when they could, but when it came down to it, Secret were able to just take the game through brute force.
It was a well-constructed draft from Puppy, and yeah, I didn't even think they played that well.
Yeah.
They played decently.
Yeah.
I think Kuro played particularly well, and the rest of his teammates, like, they shouldn't have been fighting as much as they did, or if they lose a fight, they should only lose like 1 hero, not 3 heroes, which they consistently lost.
Yeah.
But they seem to have Ichi figured out fairly well in terms of the Terrorblade strategy. So if they don't have a Terrorblade, they need to have a plan, and it looks like they definitely have a very good plan. But at the same time, I don't think they should be playing against Elder Titan if they are going to be picking the Terrorblade.
Yeah, I think Elder Titan, I think you could deal with the Iowa a bit better. I think you should maybe let the Iowa go through, especially after the series they had against Vici yesterday. But I don't know. We'll see what they decide to do with it.
I feel a little bit disappointed about Fia Ogre Magi. It just feels that the hero didn't accomplish much into the game. Farmed very poorly. I mean, comparable to a support. He got 290 GPM, compared that to PPD that had 289.
I think it might have been a Midas game. Like, when you see Vici play Wraith King, they almost always get Midas on FY.
Right.
I think they should get multiple Midases, and then that way, if Terrorblade dies, whatever, they have other heroes doing things. But once Terrorblade died, they're like, okay, crap, we can't fight without him.
It just kind of spiraled out of control. And Fear got off to a hot start. I think it was a fine pick, but again, going for BKB and not going for that Blink Dagger became kind of an issue.
He had to get BKB.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that was the only way they were going to be able to stand up and fight for the most part. And those 4 steps as well coming up from Secret were really solid. I think that also got them out of a couple bits of trouble as well. So Secret take the first game, and that's a good start for them. We'll see if they can take the series as well. So, guys, we'll take a quick break. We'll jump into game number 2, and as soon as it's available, make sure you guys stick around here on the Summit 2. Thanks for watching.